Line 4 subway, the Shepherd line. It's pretty useless. I'm not gonna lie. It's a pretty useless line at the moment. But what could be done to give this line a use? Now, I guess you can say that the line does have some uses, like getting to Fairview Mall and acting as a replacement for the 85 Shepherd buses, but the line is cut short. This subway opened in November of 2002 with 5 stations: Shepherd Young, to act as a terminus and the connection to Yonge Street; Bayview, Bizarian, which is one of the least used subway stations in Toronto; Leslie, and Don Mills, which is the other terminus of the line. 3 out of 5 of these stations are pretty much useless. The ones that aren't useless are the terminal stations. The Shepherd line really does have great potential to be extended east and west. For example, an obvious connection could be made between Shepherd West and Shepherd Young by extending the line westbound. This could help trains get service faster on the Young side of Line 1 from the Wilson Division. The line could also at some point be extended even more west if service levels do rise. This would also take lots of stress off of an average Shepherd bus commute and also make it significantly faster and help people to get where they need to be quicker. Another option could be to extend the line eastbound to Shepherd and McCowan, which would be the future terminus of Line 2, or Scarborough Centre Station, or even further east on Shepherd. This would also be a good option for an extension because it would help connect 2 of the busiest malls, being Scarborough Centre and Fairview Mall. And also, it would also take stress off of a Shepherd bus commute, as I said, and it would make it faster for everybody. I think that Scarborough is lacking a lot of trains, so I personally think an extension to Scarborough Centre and beyond would be a good extension, which would benefit multiple parts of Toronto. And of course, I have to mention a possible combination of the 2 options I talked about. This would mean that Line 4 could possibly start at Shepherd West or anywhere more west and end at Scarborough Centre or beyond. This would basically make a Northern Line 2, if that makes sense, from one end of the city to the other, but in the north. You could start at Scarborough Centre and get to Vaughan in most likely within 40 minutes, for some people taking hours off of a commute. Not to mention the amount of connections to Go Transit, YRT, and possibly other transit agencies to any of the newly made stations, including TTC bus routes as well. Now, if the line were to be extended in any direction, I think the TTC should start using 6-car train sets for the line to account for the amount of passengers. If any more Line 1 extensions happen, then the TTC may consider ordering more Toronto Rocket trains for Line 1 and possibly Line 4 if it needs it. For multiple Line 4 stations, the platforms could easily be extended for a 6-car length train set. I know for sure at Leslie there is a massive tunnel walkway which could easily be converted into a part of the platform. I'm pretty sure the reason why they made the walkway like that was because they wanted to put 6-car train sets, but they didn't need it at the time. Now, all 3 of these options have been talked about by Metrolinx within the past little bit for them to see what people want to do with the line. I personally think that extending Line 4 in both of the eastbound and westbound directions would be beneficial to all the people in Scarborough, North York, and all parts of Toronto to get more people moved faster around the city. If this were to get done, I think it could possibly get done at earliest around 2035. As a side note, there could be multiple more stations added to increase service on Line 4, once any extension is complete, of course. These stations could basically be any main street that is vertical on the map. For an east extension, some stations could be on Victoria Park, Warden, Kennedy, Scarborough Centre, Markham, and even Morningside. On the west side, stations could be made on Avenue Road, Shepherd West, Jane, Weston Road, Islington or Kipling, and maybe even Pearson Airport. At the moment, nothing is confirmed for what will happen to Line 4 in its future. The stuff that I talked about in this video could really benefit many areas of Toronto in its future. On top of all of this, an LRT should not be built. I really don't think an LRT should be built because of how crowded Shepherd already is, alongside the fact that we already have a line that could easily be extended in either direction. An LRT would just add more travel times and more transfer points, and more of a hassle for your daily commute. Now that concludes this video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you liked it. I'm trying out a new style right now, and I think it's going really well. So, if you like this type of content, please let me know in the comment down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in another video.